Financial disclaimer. The information provided in this stream is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be considered as professional financial or investment advice. We are not licensed financial advisors, and the content presented here is based on our personal opinions and experiences. Investing in stocks and other financial instruments involves risk, including the potential loss of capital. Any investment decisions you make are solely your own responsibility, and you should conduct your own research and consult with a qualified financial professional before making any investment choices. The content we share on this stream may not be accurate, complete, or up to date. Market conditions and financial regulations can change rapidly, and we cannot guarantee the accuracy or reliability of the information presented. We do not endorse or promote any specific stocks, companies, or investment strategies. Any actions you take based on the content of this stream are at your own risk, and we will not be held liable for any losses or damages that may occur as a result. Always remember that past performance is not indicative of future results, and no investment is guaranteed to be profitable. Make informed decisions and consider your risk tolerance before investing any funds. By accessing and using this stream, you acknowledge and agree that we are not responsible for any investment decisions you make as a result of the content presented. You are encouraged to seek advice from qualified financial professionals for personalized guidance. Please invest responsibly, and only with money you can afford to lose.
Hey man, just found the next guaranteed multi-bagger.
Hey man, you found another one? What is it this time?
Come check this out.
Hey everybody, welcome to the stream. This is Laughing Stock and I'm Redneck Johnny. So far it's been a bullish week, it seems like. Things are going up you know, the stocks I'm invested in has had a pretty good week, a bit up and down on some of them, but in total, all in all, it seems good so far. I'm very happy with my entry position in SSRM. Like I told you on the weekend that I took a position on it like a week ago or something. And it went up a lot actually, and then it fell a little bit, and now it's gaining back a little bit of well, it's going down, but it's around $5 right now, which I'm pretty happy with. But let's see how it goes. It's still early. I'm not expecting anything to happen after a week, so that's just early. But I'm seeing in dashboard a lot of things are green today, so that's good. And I think I didn't get to check yesterday, but I think it has been some green days now for a lot of things, and that yeah, things are looking to be a bit more positive. Maybe the sentiment has changed a little bit towards being a little bit more bullish at least. So that's good to see. And yeah, I'm gonna go through it, but some of the stocks like ALTO has nothing has changed there almost in terms of price action. So you know, could be worth tracking for anyone who is not involved in ALTO right now. After that report, it was a good report, and it has not been reflected in the price action. So far I've been a bit wrong on that exact point, because I was thinking if they came with a good report now, which they did, the price would start to climb up, and maybe will do that. It's still very early since the report, but so far it hasn't been too many changes, and even it went down to 136 or something again. So and today I think it was down a little bit, 143, just nothing. There's no new news here, so I'm going to talk a little bit with ALTO about ALTO soon, but nothing is happening right now in it. And I think if you are interested to follow ALTO, you should keep a close eye on it the coming days and weeks and even months, because things will happen now from here and towards Q3. But yeah, seems pretty bullish. Lots of green, which I like green. But you know, when it was red also, it gives you opportunities to buy, and especially when the market was bouncing back so quick, which is very hard to say. There was a lot of panic. You know, in Japan they were suffering a lot. A lot of the people there who had lost a lot of money, and even some of my colleagues said that they lost a lot of money in that fall. So it's, you know, it's never cool to see that happen, but it seems to have bounced back a little bit, you know, quick, which I'm not sure about if it's a good sign or not, to be honest. There's been quite some time since the last proper correction, you know, and maybe this was it. I have no idea about things like that, and I don't think anyone else has even. We just need to wait and see. Hey NASCAR, pretty slow day in small caps. CING was the cleanest move, but it spiked 40% before you could jump in off the press list. Okay, I haven't seen CING. I can pull it up here, but so it went too quick then. You didn't get to enter there. Would have worked out buying right off the press release, but would have been a risky trade. Yeah, I got you. How are you doing, Nashkar? How's the portfolio going since there's been a lot of moves in the market in the last month or so, you know? How are you done? Yeah, I'm not gonna spend too much time here in dashboard today, I think. But today I think my plan is to go through screening my charts a bit more and show you guys how I do that now. And then it's going to be a lot of charts, but it's going to be pretty quick. And if you are a proper technical analysis, please don't shoot me down, because I am not. I know like some basic things I need to improve, but I know what I'm looking for. Dane is better than me at it, but we have spoken a lot together, and I'm just gonna walk you through what I look at, and so far it has actually worked good for me in terms of taking entries and trim positions. So I love it so far. So that was my plan, and if we can find something, I'm gonna pull up the fundamentals on it and check it out like we always do. And then if there's time in the end, I kind of want to go through Burry's filing, because he has come out with a new filing now. So it wasn't too many interesting tickers there. I think for me, it was a lot of Chinese companies, which I'm just I can't do them because I'm not trusting my numbers. So it's hard for me to jump in on any one of those. So. I'm just gonna discount those a little bit. I need to, you know, get better tools and understand what I'm gonna look for to, you know, to participate in those. But until then, I'm just gonna stick with the US stocks. And I saw he was involved in one ticker that I'm familiar with, HPP. So yeah, if we have time, I want to go through that also. Nashkai is saying, yes, I like to try to jump into these PRs before it jumps 10%. As long as I don't chase them too high, I do pretty good on these. That's cool to hear, though. Where I get in trouble is when I stick around and try to trade all day, trading the backside of the move. Yeah, okay, because yeah, I can imagine that's hard, because you need to take more decisions then and get more things right during the day. And maybe it's easier to get the initial bounce and then just leave out again. I'm not sure. I'm not a day trader like you, Nashkar. So correct me if I'm saying anything wrong here. But I can imagine like you need to. There's more things to look for and more things to you know, decide, and that just naturally make everything a bit harder. Pre-market trades equals green trades, after 10 a.m. Equals red. Okay, it's fascinating to me how it works, like the psychology of the market and everything like that. I want to understand it better and maybe read some books on that. I know there's some good books on that. I just haven't got. I've read some stuff of it, and I actually read like on some what is the name of that website, like Substack. Anyways, it's like a blog, And I was reading about I thought it was a good article, and they talked about how it can be a advantage to kind of not understand things because a bit like you are saying, Nashkar, if you stick around and like try too much sometimes and overthink things, and I'm sure that's not what you do though in day trading. It's more like you need to move quick and decide, but in general, if you overthink things, it might slow you down and it might hinder you instead of just jumping into something maybe with a little bit of excitement because you are not aware of the stuff that you don't know. So maybe I kind of like that idea, and I think it's a correct assumption that sometimes it can be good to not know everything and not, think through it thoroughly, but not like. Yeah, I've also heard an investor from my country say, like, I think it's not, in investing, it's not necessarily that you have to have like a super high IQ or intelligence or anything like that, because that can also go the other way and you get stuck in your thinking. And I'm sure the thinking is correct, but it's just like it can slow you down and instead of just moving. So those are interesting things, and it's in part of the psychology of everything, and it's just cool to see how everything works together. But anyways, I'm gonna check like some of the stuff I'm involved in. Let's start with Mastercraft. And I apologize that this didn't catch my eye. I should have mentioned it on Saturday, but they came with some news here that and this happened on August the 8th. They entered into an asset exchange agreement with MarineMax for Aviara brand, and the article is here on Yahoo Finance. And they've just like traded assets, it seems like. Today announced that it has entered into an asset exchange agreement on which it will transfer the rights to its Aviara brand of luxury dayboats and related assets to Cruiser Yachts, a subsidiary of MarineMax. I'm not going to read the full thing, but the things are happening, like, and they do it. I just want to read the reason. Here, following a review of our strategic growth plans, we are confident this arrangement best positions our company to focus on extending our leadership position in our Mastercraft, Crest and Balise brands, optimizing our cost structure and direct resources toward other long-term growth initiatives. So they are moving their company in a direction, in a little bit of a new direction. This has been a plan for a long time, I think. So it's just good to see that things happen and that they execute on what they are talking about. And then they came with news today that they have the earnings call in 2 weeks, 29 of August. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm not sure what I expect here on this one. I'm very excited to see if they come with some updated guidance, and if they also can surprise with some good numbers. For the thesis in my head has been Mastercraft just needs to keep the engine running until the macro environment gets a bit better and the buying power in this amongst the citizens get up a little bit. So it's just a matter of like keeping things alive now and move forward, and so if they come with a decent report, I'm happy at this point. It doesn't need to be good, but maybe we get a pleasant surprise. I'm not sure. But Mastercraft has been a little bit up and down for me so far. It now trades around 20, I think. So it's pretty good. Up 4% today. I'm not sure why. It was down the same amount yesterday, I think, so it's just a bounce back, I think. So 1966 now, and I got in on a low level, so I'm happy here. I'm planning to stick through the earnings on this one. On all my positions now, it's a longer term hold. It's not like a trading positions. So this is a longer term for me in Mastercraft as well. So just yeah, this I missed this one. So just wanted to bring it up on today's stream. The next one is SSR Mining, which is my newest position. I'm very happy with it so far. I think my entry position was 450, so it's on. It reached 5 the other day. So this has gone good so far. I hope it will go way up from here. I'm not gonna go through the thesis. If you're interested to hear what my thinking about this was, you can listen to the last Thursday stream and also on the last Saturday stream. I went through it all there. But I'm very keen. Look here, there's a lot of investors that I like that is involved here, and one of them is Copy. Oh, well, did he sell? I saw also that Burry sold some of his gold positions, according to yeah, so some people that wrote about his positions on Twitter, that he's now out of some of the gold positions, and it looks like I was talking on Saturday about I have been thinking about this with Copy, because he said he was going to trim a lot of things, and it seems like he has actually done it here on SSRM. So that changes a little bit of my thinking about it, in terms of I just like to have him on board. I'm not even sure how you write this name. Oh. Yeah, I struggle a bit to find everything today, but let me check here again. If he's not involved, it doesn't change my entire thesis, but it's just something that I really love to see, that he was involved. But if he has sold, it's okay. It's something I need to look into, and I'm not going to sell my position yet, because I am going to be a bit more long term in that one. But you don't care about it. I'm not gonna scroll through it. I will find it and I can update you on Saturday probably. But I'm not gonna do it now on stream. But that's interesting to see though. Another ticker that I have paid attention to lately is NCSM. But look at the volume. Super low volume, so it's a bit dangerous on this stock. But if it starts to move, it will move, you know. Starbucks is a big owner here. He owns a lot of the shares actually. And they had a pretty positive earnings report now in end of July, I think it was, where they even raised the lower end of their guidance by 2 million. And this is in a bit of a tough environment for them. So if they can go through that and come in a better improved environment, I think this can go up a lot. So this is one I'm tracking closely now. I want it a bit cheaper. That's why I'm waiting. I'm ready to go into this one, I think. No investment advice though, but I'm just being open about what my thinking and what I'm looking for. So just thought I should bring up this one. And another one is AMRK, which I'm also tracking closely. It has actually fallen a bit I liked it around 32 and then went up to 38. So we're getting there where it's interesting again for me, but still kind of want it a bit cheaper, but I'm fully aware that I might not get it. But I have a few tickers now that I want to get to my price point where I think is a good entry, and then I will jump in with my cash position, I think. And if it's A-Mark or NCSM, I think I'm happy to be in both of them, you know. The last one is ALTO. ALTO, I started the stream by talking about how weird it is, in my opinion, that it's still trading this low after that report. No new developments, no new comments or anything like that I have seen. So we just need to wait here. I will leave this though. Purely hypothetical. I'm not saying that this is a you know, sure thing or anything like that. But look, I found it interesting. It's just something to keep in the back of the head when you move forward here. A tweet from Justin, he's saying, despite 40 cents plus cross margin, ethanol stocks inventories are now down year over year. And he has a link here. And then this guy is saying, if Hestia, if you don't know, they were involved in GameStop, and now they have been involved in PBI, which Justin is also involved. It has performed amazing for them in the last month or so. Look here. And I think even on one day it was up to $9. If you go even further back, it's almost a double. And Hestia has been involved there. They've kind of fixed this company a bit, where they have come in, got some positions in the board and taken over a bit, you know, and started to reorganize the company and just improved it. And you can see it now in the price action. They are involved there. Justin will write a new article about PBI. He said he was submitting it today. So I'm not sure. It hasn't come yet, but it probably will come tomorrow then. If you're interested to read, I'm going to read through it when it comes tomorrow or whenever it is. But I'm interested to see what he writes about it now, because they say it's still a good buy at these levels. So who knows? But Hestia involved here. Look, if Hestia takes over management company and then he's saying Kurt is aware of the situation, Justin is saying that, and I can only assume, but I assume that he knows what he's talking about here, because he is on top of these things with all of these people, you know. So I just found that a little bit interesting, like noteworthy to, you know, to keep in the back of your head moving forward here. And if they come in here too, I might consider to go all in, all in on ALTO. So that's going to be interesting to see. But right now, I hold it as a tiny possibility. But it gets more interesting when Justin is writing it like this. Now that would be amazing. Kurt could make exponentially more on ALTO than PBI. I'm not sure about if that's true or not, but let's see how this goes. ALTO, I'm telling you guys, ALTO is a crazy stock to be in. Has been in the past. I think it will be in the future as well. At one time, you had a lot of action in it. Like a year ago, Jeremy Raper was an activist investor, wrote a letter to the board. There was a bit of a beef between him and Justin because they didn't agree on the situation. And then Jeremy Raper didn't do anything. It was so weird. He just wrote that letter and then he sit back and didn't do anything. I found it very weird, but I'm happy that right now I'm happy that Jeremy Raper didn't manage to push anything there, because I think the potential are greater if they deliver now than what he talked about. So yeah, let's see how that goes. I just wanted to leave this here. I found that interesting. So okay, let's start with the charts then. Sorry, Nashka, I didn't read through here. SYRA ran 880% in 10 minutes, following an early press release. The day before Holo ran 3,277. Syra is a good example of psychology moving a stock. Yeah, okay. Trader had extreme FOMO after Holo, okay. Syra is down 85% from the high that day, but in the moment traders just lose their mind sometimes. Those are some crazy returns though. And did you participate in any of those, Nashkar? 3,277%. Holy shit. You know, that's I don't mind a return like that, you know. I wouldn't mind at all actually. I would be pretty happy about it. Call me crazy, but that's just me. Nashkar, did you participate in any of those games? Yeah, I pretty much watched the bottom top of the hour of every pre-market session. I jumped in Syra but sold way too soon. Oh yeah, but I guess you get those a lot when you're a day trader though, like either selling too soon or keeping it too long. And then you see if you sell too soon, you see the price continue to rise, and how do you say it in English? Like you beat yourself down, but a gain is a gain in my book, and if you can get a lot of them, it's good, you know. But no, I understand that it sucks to miss out. I've done it myself, and then BR it was like a 5-bagger. I only got a double. But I got a double in a month. I was very happy, and then it continued to rise. And I didn't know it would rise. My target was always a double, so. But I mean, a double is not bad even. All right. Anyways, here are the daily movers. What I usually do, you know my sheet now. I'm sorting it from a percentage to 52-week low here, and this is just everything that is from today. That is now currently trading to the low. So what I like to do is like I copy all these tickers here. I just copy them like this, and then I have a sheet here. Oh, sorry. Let me just check. Hold on. Hold on, I'm just gonna pull up a document. Sorry, I'm recording the screen, you know, and when I exit the browser, it just gets dark. But what I did now is I posted the tickers into my text document, and then I just upload I save it, and then I go to TradingView, which is my chart my chart platform, and then I just upload it here. And I get the charts here on the side here, and I'm sure if you are familiar with this is nothing super wow to you, but this is how I do it. And I also have two different charts that I tend to look at. Just want to see if I have the same list now. Yeah, so this is a 5-year chart on a weekly basis, and the other one is a 1-year chart on a daily basis. And what I do is like I I have this Bollinger Band. I know Dane has talked about it on his stream. The top one and the low one here, those are like, you know, tracking the pretty much the movement of a stock, and I think they cover like 95% or something of the normal price is like within these Bollinger Bands. So if they even break above or below, that's meaningful in if it matches with a lot of other things that I'm also looking at. And then in the end, it needs to be, for me, needs to have some good fundamentals as well. So what I quickly just look through here now as a screening method is if they are trading close to the lows here on the Bollinger Band, and then if they do that, I'm checking also the RSI here, and if it has dropped below this gray area, because then it means it's a bit oversold, and that's meaningful to me. And then I see if this red or pink line is turning and turning above the moving average line, which is the yellow one. That's also meaningful. And then the same with the MACD here. If the red line crosses the yellow one and is moving upward, you know, that's a good sign. So what I preferably want is all three of those to match. If I see something that is interesting, but they are not quite there yet, I can go into the 1 year chart on the daily basis and look there too. And that's kind of just how quickly how I screen with the charts. So you know, you and I don't like, I know NASCAR, you'd probably disagree a lot. I've seen some of the tickers that you pull up, they don't have a lot of data. The chart is not a long chart, but for me, when it's this short, I'm just automatically I'm discounting it a bit, because I don't know shit about day trading, so that's not my field. So I'm not touching this. It's too I don't know what to do with it, so I'm just moving forward. And you know, I can't look at how many tickers was this. I think it was almost 100 tickers. So this needs to be a bit quick, because I can't look at like 200 tickers on a daily basis. So I'm just moving quick here. Here you can see it hasn't even broken down here, and the RSI is still above. I see the MACD is turning now a bit. It's in a downtrend, so I just move quickly. So I'm just trying to explain to you now before I move a bit quicker here what I'm looking for. And on trading me, sometimes you need to zoom in right here. Here you can see it has actually broken down the Bollinger Band here. The RSI is touching on the gray area, which is something that I like, and the MACD has broken below, so that's not necessarily a good sign, but this is one of those, and you can see it, this is on our earnings report as well. So this is one of those I would probably go into the daily chart here and check how it's doing in terms of the daily performance. And here you can see a little bit closer that it's more in a downtrend. It hasn't broken the Bollinger Band here, but it did here. And then something that I do like though is when it breaks down the Bollinger Band, it kind of trends sideways for a while. Now this hasn't exactly done that. This has still moved down, and then like I said, the earnings report, and it still keeps moving down. So this I would be a bit careful with. There are here I also have added some like a stochastic indicator. It's a little bit similar to the RSI, but you see nothing is like switching over the moving average here. So this means just for me that I'm gonna move on here. So now I'm gonna move a bit more quick. This one is interesting. I also read the ticker and see if I've done them, if I can remember them from before. And then when I see something like this has moved down on a 5-year chart on all, and MACD is slightly now moving down here, you can see. So what I'm gonna go into the 1-year chart then and check here. And this is also on our earnings now. It looks a bit bad, but you can see the stochastic has started to turn around a bit. I'm not seeing the same on the MACD or the RSI, so I'm going to leave this as well, I think. Here you see a big drop on. This is one that's. This one I know from before. This is a big earnings report fall. And even bigger here. But this can be also interesting when you have these big drops in a day or two. Stochastic is slowly turning around a bit, but look at the selling volume here. I would go in and read the news on this one. 40% down. They have a lower offer than initially, so it wasn't on the actual earnings report. And there's a poison pill as well. All right, so automatically for me, not interested right here. Too much going on in that one. We did them not too long ago, so this was a big drop though. BWMN Consulting Group. And then if I find them interesting, I'll go and check out the metrics. And these are half decent actually, so I might pull them up. BWMN. I just want to check them on the daily here. See, this is what I'm saying. This is on a chart level. This looks a bit interesting to me. It dropped down on an earnings report, then it kept dropping, and now it's sideways, even moving up a little bit. And you can see the RSI have now crossed the moving average and are on the way up again. I'm not sure what the MACD is doing, but you can see that it's flattening out and might turn back up and become a bit more bullish. Stochastic the same. So, and I thought the metrics here, even though you have a lot of them are a little bit red, they seem to be not too far off being green in terms of book value and stuff like that. So this is one I will want to pull up. Last thing I want to check is just where they are based, and that's a US company. So then I will pull them up, because if it's a foreign company, I'm a bit hesitant to even pull them up. So BWMN will be one that we do research on today then. This is pretty much sometimes how I screen by charts. And keep in mind though that this list is from the daily movers. Sometimes I screen from the weekly movers list, and other times I even screen from like insider buying. I have a own place in my database sheet where it pulls in the recent insider buying, and I just copy the tickers there. So I have a lot of ways to screen now, and I kind of like it because it's very fast. And now I'm even using way more time than I do when I'm not streaming, because I need to explain my thinking here. Interesting also, but it seems like a healthcare company. Not interested. PRTS, I've done them before. This looks a bit good on the chart actually, but since I've done them before, I'm not going to pull them up again now. Look at this big drop. B. Riley. Let's skip them then. So this one, you can see they are black here in my sheet, so I've done them before. I'm gonna skip them then. I don't mean I've done them before only. I've done them in the last 3 months. So I've done them recent. That's what I mean. Look at this sideways for a long time. But what I don't like here now, it's you can see it starts to drop again, probably on an earnings report. And I also think it's a healthcare company, so this one is interesting. It has broken down Bollinger Band. RSI is on the way up. What is MACD doing? Slightly down, below the moving average. So let's check on the daily here. See, it looks a bit better on the daily, right? It has broken down, continued to drop, and then also a little bit sideways. And then you get this move up, and now it's actually breaking above the moving average in the actual graph here. RSI way up, stochastic way up now. You can see the MACD is turning. So this one, I think I've done them before. No. This one and the metrics are good. So where are they based? Las Vegas, okay, we pull them up. ALGT. A casino company, okay. MACD is above the moving average here, but slightly. Let's go into the daily and check the daily here on this one. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's starting to move up again on daily. I like it. CNTY. But I've done them before, so let's move on then. I've done them, I remember them. Some of these charts are very interesting. Whoa. Yeah, another sideways. See, oh, I did them. I think Y sheets didn't have data on them. Wall speed on them. ULTA beauty. Look at this bounce back though. That's interesting. And here you can see on the daily it's way up here, almost touching, you know, the top Bollinger Band. And the stochastic is even above the gray line, and RSI is also moving up. And look, the earnings has not even come yet. This looks a bit bullish going into the earnings, but I want to check what this is. Where are they? Here. Big company, 17 billion, something I am not really interested in, but I have to say though, these metrics doesn't look too bad, you know. And has there been no insiders? I just want to check the news on this, because even if it's a 17 billion company, this has a lot of things that, you know, I kind of like. It's like a macro environment thing that sends the price up today, I think. Oh, Buffett owns them. 123 comments on the Buffett owns them. Let's act. I want to pull them off because I want to check them out. I'm not interested in them. That they are way too big market cap for me, for this portfolio. But it has so many things that I like, so I just want to check them out. All right, needs to move a bit quicker, I think. I don't want to bore you guys also with charts. I understand that this is probably a bit boring. ODP, I think I have them in the tracker. Yeah, ODP is in the tracker already, so. But it's interesting to see them have fallen that much, though. They are below the price I set here. Inside a buy. A new inside buy 100k. That's not bad. They've fallen a lot in a short time. Let's pull them up. ODP. Even if they are my tracker, this isn't. That's why I track shit. You know, you want to see if they fall down below the price you can potentially see, and then you move in. I just want to see, because I saw here I have my news thing working now. You know, so they have a recent news as well. I'm guessing it's a earning. CFO stepping down. That was the news yesterday, so it's they've had recent earnings, but not a lot of slash guidance. I don't necessarily like that. Management is poor, they say, but then you get like a CFO stepping down here. Okay, interesting. And who bought then from the insiders? Someone else. All right, I would pull them off. 5 below. What is that? Yeah, things are turning around a bit here, so this is a bit interesting. I just see the Facebook logo. I'm not familiar with this company. This looks good. Earnings are coming up. Let's pull them up. 5. Another one that is interesting, MKFG. Computer, small tiny market cap, but the metrics are not too bad. Let's see where they are based. Massachusetts, okay. MKFG. We pull them up. See, this is cool, I think. You get a lot from the charts. A lot of these I've done before. Hold on. Lithium, okay. Think I've done them before. Looks good here. LAC. Yeah, I've done them before. They don't look good at all at the metrics. Peloton, I know about them. Kinda like this. Text. I've done them. Good metrics though. Canadian company. This is interesting. LSCC. Bit of a higher, yeah, look at the metrics. I'm not going to pull them up. I think I've done them. We're soon at the end here of the list. And you know, maybe you think this has taken a long time, but I don't think so. I think this is fairly quick, and now I have also explained a lot more. Vox, it's in the tracker. Usually I can do this way faster if I'm just on my own, you know, and it definitely gets me a few companies that I've never done before. Nicola, I was a owner, Nicola. I think they were up today. Weird company, to be honest. Where are you, Nicola? Yeah, they were up 13%. Nicola gets momentum when they first start to move. They move in both directions. Green Power, motor company. That doesn't look bad. The earnings is coming up though. GP. Tiny company. They don't seem to make money, so I'm kind of not doing them today, I think. So that's it. That was the list. Now apologies if you found that boring and that it took a long time, but now we have some stuff to look at in fundamentals. Hold on. I might have not deleted my last ones, but that's okay. Yeah. So from here and up, we got some tickers. So now we're gonna go through some of the fundamental stuff, and that's pretty much sometimes what I do when I'm not streaming. That's the process to screen for stuff. Oh, hey, Value. Nice to see you, Value. I love the video. I subscribe to your YouTube channel. Great stuff. I especially it wasn't a short video. That's not what I mean. Like a short and quick video. But what I was gonna say is, like, in the short it was a 7 or 9 minutes something. In that time, which is compared to our live streams, a short video, you know, you got so much information in there that I found very valuable, and it was straight to the point. I especially liked what you said about insider buys, and you had gone to check the compensation package from the CEO, and that he has almost used his entire compensation package to buy back shares. Stuff like that is very valuable. The CEO, of course, then gives at least the market the impression of that he believes in the company. So good details in your video, man. Keep up the work. I want to see the next one. NUTX, not a typical play for my style, I think. You know me and these medical companies. I'm not a big fan, but I can see what you said. I believe that you have found a good company there, and I'm keen to hear the updates on it also. And I know that you've done well on it already. So good stuff, Value. I'm looking forward to the next video. So let's start here then with BWMN. And sometimes the stuff I pull in here, when I look at the fundamentals, I don't like it. So that can happen today too. But yeah, trades close to the 52-week low. Metrics, this is the one where it wasn't good, but it was close on some of these. Market cap is right where I kind of like it, you know. Big dilution now. Recently, the big jump in depth too. They are buying stuff every year to grow. Which has reflected a bit in the revenue here, but They are still in growth mode, I think. They have generated positive free cash flow all these years, and operating cash flow as well. It's an industrial and engineering and construction company. So they trade at 23, 28, so it's a bit steep in terms of what they make here, you know, but it's not bad numbers. They are above book value though, so I'm not just like straight away, I'm not the biggest fan here. They also pay a dividend. Earnings was down now, so that's probably why, you know, something has to give you the opportunity that it trades close to the 52-week low, and then I assume it's has to do with negative earnings then. But what I like to do, of course, if you have paid attention to the stream before, is to see if anyone smarter than me has written anything about them here. But all the articles, straight away you can see all the articles, seems like people are not paying too much attention to this one. I just want to read quickly through this anyways. Yeah, this is a bit old information, so I can't lean on that too much. I just don't like the fundamentals enough to say that I will track this. Debt is rising, share count is rising. Where's my my pictures are not working, you know. You see margins are down. How is the cost? Costs are up. It's like just a lot of bad things that I don't like this. So I'm all that. I'm not gonna waste my more time here. When I like something, I see it very quick. When I don't like, but saying that though, it's up 7% today. And if I spend 5 minutes now and I don't like it, it doesn't mean that it's a bad company or there's no potential there. I'm probably missing something. But in terms of my style and what I want to look for on the stream, I think this is not it. They have 19 million in cash and short-term debt is 62 million. Now maybe a lot of this are leases or something. We can go and check, but already now I'm a bit put off by this one. Look at this cup. My brother made a Christmas present for me, and he gave me a cup with a picture of his stupid face. Now I have to look at my brother when I drink here. There's been a ASTS move value. Whoa, 50% again. Look at this. And you sold out on this one value, right? If I remember correctly, you said you got like a good gain, but then you are now out of it. Sold at 10, got 4 man jump. Oh, you jumped back in. Congratulations then. Good stuff, Valley. What is going on now? Business update and second quarter results. Oh, so it's earnings. Good earnings. %50 in a day. BNED had a 50% day move when we were involved, not when the meme thing happened. But then it landed on only 7 that day, so it didn't stay at 50. Today, source new highs with September launch on track. So just good earnings then. Well, congratulations, Value. You have W money twice then. Only a small position this time, close to launch and being able to start real revenues. Yeah, looks like it's going the way they have talked about then. And is the short interest here? I can just do this. It's better. A big short interest. Holy shit. Are you still in it, value? 20% short interest and then you get a 50% move in a day. Interesting. Short just grabbed their pass. Well, seems like there's a lot of people here. Are they here though? Oh, they're ready. Hold on, I always have dark mode. The Reddit crowd is on this. They are on this. Still in it, but anything could happen at launch, so considering jumping out again and taking gains. Alright. They're hard to play these. But look, they have the social sentiment. They are ranked number 1 at this Ape Wisdom site. 20% short interest, 50% move in a day. If you look at the chart overall, like value said, he was in at $5. It's now worth 30. Maybe I can just move stuff up with the price action. Yeah. Look at the chart here. And I'm not involved here, so I wouldn't know this, but if the shorts have, for example, added on this time period, they've kind of doubled down on their position, which has so far gone terribly wrong for them. So that will be interesting, isn't it? I'm not sure how this works. I'm not good enough on this stuff. Yeah. I was gonna go to iBorrow desk and see, but I'm not good enough to interpret these things. But the fee here is rising again, but I'm not sure if this is like drastic. It is up a lot since just recent though. This is 9 of August, 1.7. Now it's 2.4. 30,000 available. Used to be a lot more here, you know. But yeah, I don't know a lot about these things. But good though, cool value. Thanks for the heads up. Damn, you were in a 5. That's not bad. You're doing well, value, and NASCAR too. Everyone is doing well now. I'm gonna join you. Hold on, wait till ALTO comes. I'm gonna join you in the club. So yeah, BWMN. I'm gonna move forward. ALGT is the next one. A big debt straight away. Industrial is an airline, airport and air services. Just want to read them. Total service and products to residents of underserved cities in the United States. Company offers scheduled air transportation. So it's an airline. Okay. Usually I'm not that interested in airlines, but we can have a look at them. Always something is wrong with my sheet. Not a big thing now, but there's usually a button here that isn't showing up. Margins getting crushed here. Costs are well, operating expenses quite down actually. Airlines, I find it a bit hard to read like the numbers. Talk about short interest. This is 11%. They struggle with free cash flow. Even on a 7-year basis, it's negative. But I guess that counts for a lot of airlines. Paid dividend. Retained earnings is up a lot though. So, and you know, I'm not sure again how to read this on the airlines, but you can see the book value in these years have grown quite steadily up. They have a cash position of almost 800 million. Short-term debt is 580, but the long-term is they struggle a bit, or maybe it's normal to have that kind of debt in the airline industry. Value saying, I have high convictions for ALTO. Thank you, Value. I know if you are involved now and with your picks and your history, I'm confident that we can get some money in ALTO. No, it seems like I'm kidding. I'm not. My ALTO is my biggest position by far. I have strong belief in them. It's still a show me story, and they need to deliver in Q3. But I think they will. So that's what I think. This is kind of where I am now. This guy is saying like, if you don't like ALGT at these prices, you probably don't like airlines at any price, which is a reasonable position based on history. That's kind of where I am. Like, I don't know if this is cheap or not, but he thinks it is, and he's also saying that they are not too levered, so I guess they aren't. And but I don't know these things. Historically I'm not been involved in airlines, and I've kind of discounted to even look at them. And I know it's such a tough business, and it's like they get eaten up all the time, and there's a lot of things then that can make them go you know, lose to some competitors and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm not keen to dive in deeper here, to be honest. I'm going to ULTA, and remember that was Buffett company. Just wanted to check the fundamentals on this one. I expect it to be excellent. Which is kind of is. Buying back shares, revenues growing in same period, shows up as safe. They are generating a good amount of cash here. Book value, they are trading a lot above book. And they are trading close to 52. All the stocks we have seen today kind of is, you know. But I think margins improving slightly over the last since the pandemic. Cost is a bit higher. They don't pay a dividend. That surprises me. Good earnings. This seems like a solid company, but why they are not paying dividend? They're buying back shares. So did Berkshire buy these guys recently, or did they just add? Seems like they bought for the first time now. I think this is a bit tough for me to say if this is fair priced here or not. It has had a bounce up lately. This is ahead of earnings. It's a long way up here, but yeah, like I said, I just wanted to have a look at them for fun. This is not my type of investments. It's a larger company, but it seems to be well driven. But in terms of valuing it, I find it a bit hard. Because just based on these numbers, I would say it could drop a little bit more here, but you know, Buffett is involved, so who the fuck am I to say they could drop more? I would never go against Warren Buffett. So it's going up, this one, I'm sure. Nah, not for me. I just wanted to check it. ODP in the tracker. We saw the insider buy, right? 100k. That from a new insider too. They bought back a lot of shares actually in the last years here. Margins bit down actually. Don't like to see that. But so are costs. They did sell some assets here, which is probably why. Debt is up a bit though. Near term, they seem to have good control of the near term debt. And insider ownership, even if they have some inside purchase lately, the insider ownership is not that big. Trade at 27.48. In operating cash flow, they are generating about $6, 3 in free cash flow, which is good, but not excellent in this. They trade a little bit above book value right now. And revenue is, you know, revenue has been hit hard the last years. They had negative earnings now. Last year seemed to be a much better year for them. And I can see the sheet, they dilute them a little bit, but not a lot. And that's mainly because of the fact they generate cash here, that they are around book value right now, and that they probably also, you know, the cash position. A bit messy though, these numbers, like a bit up and down. And all of a sudden they have this big loss in earnings, then they are around, you know, a tiny profit here, then they are back down, then they are a lot up. And then slightly down again. And it's a bit tricky also because you see, even before the pandemic though, but also in the pandemic and a bit after here, they have delivered some good numbers. And maybe that's like from online shops and stuff. It's like off for offices, you know. So they had a good year in the pandemic. 11% short interest. What are people writing? Is this where they talk the shit about management, right? Yeah. And then the guy stepping down. All these comments are recent, so they've closed some stores. Maybe that's why costs are down, but also why revenue is down. Maybe you should check the press releases on this one. Maybe some board changes. They have their share repurchase program in order, which we saw they have taken advantage of that. They have bought down a lot of shares, which I like. There's been a lot of management changes and board changes this year, actually, which could be looked at a positive thing because a lot of people here were not happy with management, and maybe now they are changing things a bit, mixing things up. But they slash guidance, that's true. I was gonna check that what they had, what they have done with guidance, and I don't like that. When I pull up the charts and I see, you know, the chart looks promising, and like this is my tracker, so I've been paying attention to them for a while. Even if the charts may look promising, but then I go in and see that management has cut the guidance, or even, you know, lower the guidance, or talking negative about the outlook for the next year or something like that. I kind of lose my interest a bit in it, because then I want to wait, because it's probably going to go more down, so I want to wait till that happens and then see, you know. So that's the case in this one, I think, for me. But saying that, they had a change in management, which makes it a little bit more interesting. Just want to see what I wrote about them, because I added them fairly recent. There's been an activist investor letter to the board where they urge them to spin off the business, restructure. I remember them now. Take on a bit more leverage to buy back even more shares. Adex is the investment firm that wrote the letter, and they've been involved for years and have a good relationship with management. Einhorn and Greenlight Capital is also involved and has been owner for years. This is their 6th biggest position right now. Fundamentals looks decent. They are generating cash flows and seem to have control of the debt. They've also repurchased a lot of shares without showing up big time with the price action. They have cash on the books, and they have been working hard to get their operating expenses down year by year now. All in all, it seems like a good business that has stagnated a bit lately. Pay attention to the development in the story here, and also a bigger drop towards 30 and an insider buy. There has been a lot of insider selling recently, so a big buy is big here. Is it more? Big buy is big here. No, that was it. So in terms of my comments, we have the insider buy. It's not a big one, but it's also not a small one. It's a new one. 100k. You know, it's decent. I want to check the Einhorn and Greenlight thing, if they are still involved. Here, Greenlight Capital, that's them, right? Yeah, David Einhorn. Okay, this is Greenlight, and it was a big position for them too. Number 7. They added now. Estimate average price 42, 27 now, and I wrote in my comments. A good price to buy would be 30. They are now trading 27. So I mean, in terms of what I wrote, we have seen a lot of that happen. I didn't mention the short interest last time, but that doesn't mean it wasn't there. It probably was there, but I'm not sure how big it was. You see, it's even gone down. So it probably was there because I added these guys in May in my tracker sheet. I find this interesting. Obviously, that's why it's in the tracker. But I mean, since my comments, then a lot of the things that I was hoping for to happen has now happened. I wish the insider was bit bigger. But then again, another positive is that they have started to change insiders. But I want to check the letter. The activist letter. RX. This happened in December. And there seems to be no recent update. And what did the guy on Seeking Alpha write about that? Nothing. Isn't that a bit weird? Here. This guy has written about it. They have the support of Greenlight Capital, which on 4.3, this was in January. And how much they own now? They have bounced it up to 6. This is interesting stuff, because look at the chart. This hasn't made a lot of... It has dropped, you know. Look. And how was it on my... Yeah. I like this. I like this. You have an insider purchase. You have the activists who are supposedly supported by Greenlight, which is Einhorn. If you don't know about Einhorn, is a big investor. And it seems like they are not happy with how things are happening. And there has been board changes. There has been now management changes. There's a short position here. And I mean, the fundamentals are not great, but it's not bad fundamentals by any means. They have 160 in cash and 10 million short-term debt. The longer-term debt is a bit steeper, but maybe a lot of that is leases. We can go and check the 10Q here. Kind of like this. Operating lease liabilities 8819. Most of the debt is leases. $800 million asset-based revolving credit facility. New facility matures in 2029, so there's heaps of time for that. So they even like got this postponed. So they're not that debt heavy, I think. Yeah, I like this more and more. The more I think about it. And I just want to check again, what was the plan? What is the plan here for the activists? To separate its brick and mortar retail unit and sell its procurement platform Varis, arguing that splitting apart the company's businesses would boost its share price by at least 50%. I was gonna say, I don't know when they did this in December, right? What was the price at then? 18th of December. Here. Oh, it went up on that news. So they thought down here 47 they could go up 50% from here if they follow their path. I want to check these board changes. Sorry if this is too small, I'm gonna zoom in. Isn't this the insider? Yeah. He has experience from BlackRock. I do find this very interesting, to be honest. Sorry for going a bit quiet. I'm just trying to figure out where these people are from. I right now can't find any direct links to these. You know, I want to know if they have been getting board seats. And I'm not sure. This is something I have to look more into, but I mean, if they have managed to get board seats, I assume that they will push for a sale of that Varis or whatever the name was. And that was only one. They had some more. They had some more board changes here, I think. Leadership update. And then you had this one, last one. HD Vora representative steps down from board of directors. What did this article say? Oh, he just mentioned that. Okay. Okay. This was nothing in terms of that, I think. All right, but interesting. And anything on social media on this? Seems like there's been more buyers. I don't know this guy, but let's check it out. I think after this company, I have to finish the stream, guys. It's getting a bit late here. I thought I would have a bit of a shorter stream for today, but I'm finding this very, very interesting. Actually, this one. What was the name of this? D1 Capital. Here is RX. Is it an old post? 14th of August. Where? Number 7. Where he gets this from? I'm looking at the wrong one or what? Maybe I'm just being stupid now and I can't find this. I'm just gonna see here if there's been some 13D filings here in this company or ODP. Yeah, I can't see anything, and I couldn't find this firm either. I can't find it. Maybe this is an old post of wrong or something. Who knows? If you don't see this, this is from Einhorn. ODP Corporation declined from 53 to 39. The quarterly results were disappointing, with business-to-business sales declining 8% and adjusted operating profit cut in half. On the positive side, ODP finally announced that it intends to sell or exit Varis, its money-losing procurement and technology service platform, and as a result of created earnings guidance, the company also replaced its chairman who retired. So it's some really interesting developments. They have bought back, it's a good point, they have bought back a lot of shares at higher prices, you know. Well, I think I have to stop the research there and stop the stream there, but and then I couldn't go through 5 and MKFG today, but I will do them on the weekend probably. I will take a note and do them on the weekend. But ODP is now on my list for potential buys, just to be clear about that. And no investment advice, but I found it such a interesting case now with everything that I learned today. There has been new developments since I added it just in May or whatever it was. And I've gotten insider purchase. I have development on board changes. The price has dropped. You know, Einhorn has added to his position quite a bit too. So let's see how this goes. Kind of like it. I do like it. The debt is no problem. It's a lot of leases, so I'm not worried about the debt here, and they have cash on the books even. And if they plan to sell a part of the business, then this is turning interesting to me. They are buying back shares, but so far maybe on a bit steep prices. But I need to look a little bit more into this, but it's interesting for sure. So yeah, I think that's the stream for today. Thanks for everyone. I've seen a lot of people have joined in today, so thank you for everyone, and thank you to Nash Ground Value for using the chat. Keep it up with the videos, Valley. I want to see the next one. I want to see the next one there soon. You did a great job with your first one. I saw some guy comment that also, and I loved your response to it. So yeah, good job. All right. Dane and I will be back on the weekend, but I'm not sure if it's going to be Saturday or Sunday, but we're going to update you on our X profile. I'll probably send up a update tomorrow in terms of that. so you guys know if it's Saturday or Sunday stream. Yeah, but until then, enjoy your day and enjoy your the rest of your week, and good luck with all your investment in that time. So hopefully we can see you on the weekend then. Enjoy your day. Bye bye.